Yo, what's up guys? Jimmy here. We just got done running Ibedor Scrolls with Choice and a bunch of awesome people. We locked in our second hour that we've seen above 5 billion silver per hour. It's actually real data. If you guys don't believe me, watch the video. Let's get into it. We're going to show in slow mode how this goes down. I have a grind app up here. This is a quick summary of what this app does. It tracks all of the items in your drop log, which is just a UI element. This app is actually produced and supported by Choice. It's interesting that Choice not only published the method publicly about skipping the first trash wave, but he's completely in an unrelated manner also the one who's behind this application that's been being built to track grinding loot. We got into this open beta, which anyone can get to. I'll put the link in the description below because their Discord is very alive and active, and I think they need more feedback. So definitely try it out, you guys. See if you can give some advice as well. We're going to go ahead and go into slow mode here and watch kind of what happens, because there's a few things that are first needing to be said. So once you activate the scroll, as the choice skip indicates, you immediately run northeast. There's this nameless condemner NPC. That's kind of like your target that you want to be aiming towards. As soon as everybody can get as far away from this thing as possible across the aggro limit, you need to have one person ensuring every time that the shadows message comes up. This whole mechanic works based on monster aggression. The extension limit of the monsters goes to about halfway through this watery bridge. And our job is basically to say, okay, the mobs have started spawning. Let's now iframe or get over as fast as we can to the edge beyond the iframe so that we don't get aggro. And then one guy is basically going to seed the aggro like in the very first second that the instance becomes live. And then once that person jumps out of the range, after 2 seconds, we go back. So you'll see I kind of get ahead of my group. I do a Twilight Dash to get out there on Dark Knight, right? Succession. I actually wait up here. I technically park myself. And you can see right at this moment, we get the message that we're waiting for. Ibedor's endless night has begun. Now everybody needs to iframe out of aggro range. We don't want these monsters to actually spawn. If they do spawn and come up, they're going to run at us, and they have to actually despawn before we can technically force the skip again. So we now iframe over, and then we position right next to this rock. I always waited for my teammates to cross, and then I would mentally go 1, 2, 3, basically just like an internalized 2-second timer. And then I would just dash forward and I would run back in, and literally every single time we would get this message here. This obviously means that the skip has succeeded, and I would get happy about it every time. An evil being borrowed the looks of Rasnell, right? And then you proceed through this as normal. You want to make sure the horses and the pets of players are all, either completely despawned or they're at least outside of the aggro radius. Because if they get aggroed, they're going to cause monsters to keep spawning, and that's going to ruin the skip every time, right? So I'll just show the next part of this. So you can see we kind of pile on, but this Dark Knight Rasnal, they do a block jump. They're just like literally teleport behind and target players that are far away. But if everybody hugs the DK is not going to do any sort of like distance-based jumping. We had a Witch, we had a Shy, we had plenty of speed buffs. Everyone's alternating Z's and E buffs. These things all help the grind go much smoother. So right after the Turo dies, in like a 1-second interval, right in the location that the Turo does die, the Olin will begin to spawn. You are able to hit the Olin before. We would always try and get AoEs on it. You can see we're actually taking the damage a little bit. This wasn't a great example. The farthest we got was about 60%, maybe 65, somewhere in there. But this would take off a lot of time. Like if you could get like some debuffs on it, it allows you to get like more initial damage. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like I will show you a quick time lapse and some of the data that came in. The overall data that we've seen here is pretty promising. The Caphras is just insane. But yeah, everyone in this group did have over 350 AP. But I bet at 330 with the same coordination, you guys can easily push over 4.5 bill an hour with the same exact strat. These are mostly like, they don't feel fully uncapped, but yeah, that's kind of the rough gist, you guys. It's honestly was a fun experience. I'm almost out of fangs, and it's kind of like sad because those were like kind of like remnants of my rich merchant ring grind, which was pretty fun. All the people that I've been grinding fangs with are like literally the same people that we did Olins with. So it's cool to come back to the game and see everyone still getting on the grind and making the gains. So anyway, I hope this guide was helpful to you guys. If you have any comments or you think I messed something up, let me know exactly what you think was incorrect, or what you think about the strategy. A lot of low-level players can start working on these and then have like a really good money access like later on. And you can grind like 30 scrolls per hour at some of these spots that are fairly low level. I hope to see you guys around. We're trying to stream every day. Hope to see you all at the Adani release in just over a week and a half here. But yeah, have a good day. Take it easy, onwards and upwards. Oh my god.